Hey, yo, man, you already know it's the cut. Hey, dope boy, any means. You now tuned in with OG Pamps TV.
Means, what's poppin', my G?
Hey, what up, what up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm alright, man. You know, living life and all that.
It's been a long time coming, bro. Shit,
Yeah.
we've been working probably a cool 6-7 years, I would think. I mean, ever since the time you got out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I go back to the time that I tapped in with you. We linked up through Smoke Major, bro.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Smoke, bro. I remember he was on social media talking about my boy Means about to come out. You know what I'm saying? So we linked up, man. And it's been a long time coming, bro. I definitely appreciate you coming to me for all the graphics. You know what I'm saying? So what's poppin', man? What's new?
Man, you know, just out here running around, grinding, dropping bars, all that shit.
I see that, bro. Definitely one of the craziest in the game, bro, with the lyrics, bro. Lyricists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope. You know?
That's some real shit. Because you don't get a lot of that content that a lot of new artists that are coming out, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like your shit, you're a storyteller, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you putting that out as it's coming in, bro, real life shit, you know?
Yeah.
10 years old, seen the fiend shoot dope. Couple years later, I was moving coke. 100 spoke rims, spin somersault on the gravel. Pitch rock, watch for the cops, bass rattle. Now I slang rap, audio provided, peer crack. Any pen touch this pad, states fact.
Yeah.
I know some
And you
young
can tell
boys
the real
trapping
from the
out in
fake, you know what
condo.
I'm saying? You one of the real ones.
Nah, that's what's up. I appreciate that. You know?
Man, so let us know a little bit about you, bro, man. Where you from?
I'm from Cudahy, California.
Okay.
I was born and raised right there. I was actually born in Huntington Park.
Okay.
Because that's where the hospital is. Well, it used to be there, but it got knocked down. But
Right.
you know, I was raised in Cudahy my whole life.
All right.
And there was like a brief period where I lived in Montebello real quick.
Okay.
Because I had got out of like camp and I had to go live with my grandma for a little bit. But that was maybe 3-4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Cool, bro. Shit, man. I know just recently, bro, big news, man. You joined the crime family, right?
yeah. I do business with crime family.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man. How you and Mr. Criminal link up?
He was just hitting me up. A lot of people was hitting me up. There was a lot of people that was reaching out to me.
Right.
You know, they were just talking about the regular old shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've been doing it too long to be signed to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't like a major corporation or somebody that's gonna, you know, really take me somewhere that I need to be on a grand scale, like we could do some partner type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, he reached out because I did a lot of features for like people that he was distributing or whatever.
Okay.
So he kept hearing the verses, so he reached out and you know, from there we was just talking, and he wanted to ask me some questions about my radio campaign.
All right.
Because I had a record that I was working at radio and mix show.
Okay.
And so you know, he wanted to know about that, and then we just kept talking.
Right.
And then he was just, you know, he wanted to know what I needed, and I told him, you know, really I just need a platform at this point.
Exactly.
And you know, so he was willing to give it to me, and we've been rocking ever since. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, man. Mr. Criminal definitely somebody notable in the rap industry, just the business in general, bro. So I definitely see you going in that route. You actually in that route already, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as the buzz, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, anything off social media, just in general, bro. You see any means. I see your motivation just for the public in general. Competitions coming out of your pocket to put these independent artists on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I see your motivation. You moving, bro. We live in different states, but it's crazy how social media and the internet work together. You know what I'm saying? Me and you have built the relationship for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know, a while back, I had changed my Instagram. I was talking to my boy Tones, some partner at Latin Beast TV, and I mentioned to him I had Latin Beast artwork, the Instagram. I was running that for a little while, but when I approached you and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? You need some artwork? And this is where you know where the fucking loyalty is, bro. You were like, nah, bro. He's like, your work is dope, but I already got my personal designer. And I'm tripping. I'm like, fucking Means don't even know it's me.
Yeah.
So then we chopped it up. I told you, call me, bro. And then we chopped it up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember
okay, yeah, I do remember that now.
So then I was like, man, ever since then, bro, I know you were like, you know what I mean? You were solid, bro, straight up. You know what I mean? From the jump, bro. Man, as far as just in the industry itself in general, bro, Chicano rap is something that comes up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Do you consider yourself a Chicano rapper? If you
Nah, I mean, you know, the origins of what I do comes from there. You know what I'm saying? And I show them the respect that they deserve, you know.
Right.
But that's not what I do. I'm just an artist, you know. I'm just a regular old rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I just happen to be Mexican and
That's
native.
Yeah, man.
Right? But
Yeah.
nah, but you know, I don't know. I feel like Chicano rap is cholo rap, you know. It's 1990 rap, you know.
Okay.
And you know, traditions are traditions, but I'm more of a person that looks forward, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know, as things change,
Right.
everything else changes, and I feel like if you don't go with the time, then you ain't gonna be here, right?
Exactly.
I've been in this game a long time. I seen them all come, I seen them all go.
Right. Right.
I'm still here.
I
You
feel
feel
you. I
me?
feel
People that were hot last year, they not here. I'm still here.
Right.
People that were hot 4 years ago, they not here. I'm still here.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just all about being consistent, having an open mind, and doing what you do. You know?
Exactly, bro. And you keep elevating, bro, every single time, bro. You know, I definitely see the movement. I see how you tap in, bro. You're just not a one lane type of person, bro.
Yeah.
Individual artist. You tap in like with your native roots. Tony D, that's your primo, right?
Yeah, he's my blood cousin. Yeah.
You and the rest of them boys, bro. You guys tapped in, came out with a dope ass single, bro. Hard, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about a bitch. Money on my mind. Need to stack them chips till the sun don't shine. I need a bag. I need a hustle. I need a hustle for the motherfucking bag. I ain't worried about a bitch. Money on my mind. Need to stack them chips till the sun don't shine. I need a bag. I need a hustle. I need a hustle for the motherfucking bag. I ain't worried about a bitch.
So you just tapped in with them and said, hey, let's get.
Nah, I mean, you know, I grew up in a barrio my whole life, but you know, like I say, my mom is native, so it wasn't like I was unfamiliar with the traditions. You know, I was raised to know all my culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, even realistically, the native culture is really Chicano culture as well.
Right. Right.
But you know, so I was always keen to just being there. I knew what it was about. You know, I visit family members there. But my mom finally moved back there a couple years ago because my mom is from there.
Okay.
So she's getting older now. She just want to go back home. You know what I'm saying? So
from the rest.
Yeah. So that's how I got more in tune with my cousins because
okay.
I'm pretty close to my mom, so I try to see her as much as I can. So
that's what's up.
Just going over there, and then my cousin Native Nan, he approached me.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, we trying to rap and shit, but we don't really know what's going on or how to do certain things.
He's cold, dog.
And so he was like, man, if you could help us, and I was like, yeah, no problem, just whatever you want to do, let me know, and we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So it just went from there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, yeah, man. I see you rolling with that. It's the first music group. Hard, bro. I mean, you got a dope ass lineup, bro. Just off top, man, Smoke Major. That's a homie, somebody I met through the industry for many years, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's up there? Stop there. Boy, what's up there? Stop there. What's up there? Stop there. What's up there? Stop. What's up there? Stop there. What's up there? Stop there.
Big Sick, Big Sick Nasty.
Street block inspired, trying to put a let them know.
Never switched on them, only switched on them. Haters from the same team. Ain't that a bitch, homie? Used to do a grip for him, now I keep a clip for him. Mad cause his shit's boring, and I keep scoring. Yeah, my fit pouring.
Another one, you know what I'm saying? We got Young Note too.
Yeah.
You got Young Note that's backing it.
Everything I say the truth, I ain't telling you lies. Everybody got a story, I'm just telling you mine. Free bone, man, I wish the bro ain't have to do time. Got 14 with 3 years credit, he gotta do 9.
I love how you use diversity, bro. You know what I'm saying? You work with everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? The black and brown movement, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get a little bit of controversy here and there, but you know, ultimately at the end of the day, bro, this is rap, bro. This is hip-hop,
for real.
you know what I'm saying? It's a people's sport. It's people's music, you know what I'm saying?
And even with like the black and brown, like what is that? I guess the tag or whatever. That's not my vibe. You know what I mean? I just work with people.
Right.
I'm not into like advertising your race and hey, he's black and now I'm working with him.
Exactly.
I'm the first black guy to do this. That shit is corny to me. You know, I leave that for other sucker weirdo ass niggas that do it. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I just work with people. You know what I mean? And I vibe with people and
I see that.
Genuine people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't rock with people because they thugged out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a status quo as far as your persona and character.
Right.
But I mean, from there we're good to go wherever. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with everybody that is worth working with. You know what I'm saying? Because like we were speaking about the unity factor type thing, and I feel like unity is good as long as it's unified around the right pieces. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's room to be unified with, like, I don't know, MC somebody in his closet. You dig what I'm saying? Like, real artists doing real things, making real moves for the culture is what we need to be unified with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that has to be organic. So I'm not out there necessarily saying, hey, let's unify, you know, because realistically I'm here to showcase my talent. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who gets in my way, I bust their ass straight up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes, you know? And that's in an artistic and competitive, you know, in that form of saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, man, I know you definitely go back to Glasses Malone time. Bro.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you link up with him, bro?
East siding with my nephew. East siding with my nephew. Back on. East siding with my nephew. Yeah. East siding with my nephew. Let's go. East siding with my nephew from the Blue Division Crip gang. Crip gang. Crip gang. East siding with my nephew from the Blue Division Crip gang. Crip gang. Crip gang. East siding with my nephew from the Blue Division Crip gang. Crip gang. Crip gang. East siding with my nephew from the Blue Division Crip gang. Crip gang.
I just been in the game for a minute when I was with Gorilla Black, and I would just see him everywhere, you know, because at the time Gorilla Black was on, you know what I'm saying? So I was still real young in the game, so I just be, you know, part of the entourage. So wherever he was is where I was, and Glasses was hot at the time. Exactly. He's hot now. Yeah. And yeah, you know, we were just meeting people, talking to people, you know, because I tend to just conversate with people about other things. You feel me? Yeah. And usually that's how I build with people, you know, just mutual interests or just learning somebody's personality just by talking to them. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that.
No, yeah, man. You and I ask you that to ask you this because in social media, I mean, it's back and forth, bro, and I see it all the time, bro. As far as the language that we speak, as far as, and I'm not talking about the cuss words, I'm talking about the word nigga.
Yeah.
How do you feel about using that word? And I mean, there's a lot of people that have, you know what I mean, their obvious opinions because we're Mexican and we could use that word fluently. What's your opinion on that, bro?
It's used where I come from, and it just became a norm after a while because as I was coming up, it wasn't necessarily something that was said, right? Right. But you know, as the years went on, different generations of homies, you know, I got a lot of black homies from my hood, you know what I'm saying? Right. Somewhere it just started becoming part of our everyday life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, even now, like as I grow older, I don't necessarily use it as much as I used to. Right. It'll still come out of me, you know what I mean? Because at this point, I've been saying it for years and years. And, you know, there's a lot of stereotype. Like I hear people say, oh, you couldn't go to the penitentiary and talk like that. Right. Like I was in the penitentiary around a whole car of motherfuckers who talk like that. Right. So, you know, don't believe the hype. You feel what I'm saying? It's just certain people grow up in certain ways. You feel what I'm saying? Just like somebody from East LA, my boy Sick, he's totally different. He talks a certain way. Right. He's accustomed to certain things that maybe I don't necessarily look at. Right. You dig what I'm saying? But that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it. Right. And I think as time goes on, it's just going to become even more prevalent because that's just what it is now. Right. You know, the younger dudes are not segregated no more the way we were at one point, you know. I see Mexicans and blacks hanging out constantly. You know, the lingo is the cultures are intertwined. You know, Mexican people, black people been living together for years. Right. You know, you can go to a black person's home and their diet consists of Mexican dishes. Right. Right. It just is. You feel what I'm saying? It's the cultures meshing into each other because we've been around each other for so long. And eventually, I think the stereotypes will die out. You know, because it pretty much already has. Right. I mean, you couldn't. I don't think the atmosphere of what's going on now would have been happening in 1990.
Right, exactly.
But you know, that's then and this is now.
Exactly.
So it just is. You know
oh yeah, you definitely go with the wave and everything changes, bro. Man, I know. Going back to how I met you and when I met you, I mean, you were doing some time, bro.
Yeah.
Back then. How long were you there for, bro?
I was there for 22 months. They gave me 32, but I was only there for 22.
Okay, all right. You being somebody with real experience, real street life experience, gone through that court system and all that, what's your opinion on all these kids that are coming up rapping about that street life that ain't about that life? I mean, does it affect you being a real veterano type person that really stood ground on the streets?
Nah, because it's just it's not for me. You know, that's not my lane no more. I'm doing something different right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I see things that are going on, and I say, well, that isn't necessarily something that we would have did, or that would have never happened when I was around. But I mean, that's not for me to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's not my barrio. You know what I mean? Or that's not my place. You feel me? Like these dudes are operating how they want to operate because that's just how they operating. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it just, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you coming from Los Angeles area, what do you see the Los Angeles hip hop compared to East Coast down south? I know, cause see you have that versatility, bro, where you can easily collab with some Texas artists. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that West Coast should pertain to their West Coast feels, or you like that East Coast, West Coast, South, down south collabs? You know what I'm saying? Do you collab with artists out that way?
Nah, yeah, I'm down to collab with anybody who's talented. You know what I mean?
Right.
The way I see the West Coast right now is it's real. It's segregated in the music sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch certain DJs on the internet, and they talk about how they support the Hispanic community.
Okay.
But yet, they don't know anything about the Hispanic community underground music scene.
Right.
You know, if you say, hey, who's hot on the underground in LA? They're going to say King Lil G, Drummer Boy.
Right.
Shout out to them.
Right.
But you got to understand, them people have deals.
Right.
Those people there's companies.
Right.
$1 million companies that are pushing them and giving them the ability to walk into 92.3.
Right.
Sit down and have an interview.
Right.
That's not necessarily the underground.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When you ask me who's hot on the underground,
right,
I may say somebody like Bozo.
Okay.
Because he's an underground Hispanic artist.
Right.
And there's just, we're not being recognized.
Right.
And we're not being recognized unless there's some type of black influence in the music. You have a black manager, like Cap G, or there's some type of connection there, then you may get on the radar. You feel what I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get the full red carpet treatment. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's really the problem that I have with the West Coast.
Right.
Because I feel like right now Hispanics are making the most noise in the music industry.
Right.
In the underground in Los Angeles.
Right.
They're not making music. They're not making songs like Tato because we're not around this motherfucker.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They making it because we running this motherfucker. We the main influence here.
Right.
They just a little bit. Somebody was just a little bit more artistically creative, and he did it. You feel what I'm saying? But that lets you know that. They'll. And I don't even want to say they because it's gonna sound like I'm saying black.
Right, right.
But I mean mainstream hip hop.
Right.
They taking from what we got, and they benefiting off of it, but they're not necessarily reciprocating the love.
Exactly.
Meaning they're not coming back and signing. Why any means not signed? Why not?
Right.
A lot of motherfuckers signed. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when people ask me about West Coast, I don't even that ain't in my conversation no more. You know, because I don't feel like we being treated like we from the West Coast. You know, I'm from LA.
Right.
No, I'm from Santa Ana and Wilcox. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as the West Coast hip hop lingo and all that, I feel like we're not a part of that because they don't make us a part of it. Right. So if they don't want to support me, then fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Oh yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah, man. Man, just going on. I know the Dope Boy project that you put out, bro. That one hit. I mean, that one hit hard, bro. Bangers. I know every once in a while that you drop new projects. You know what I'm saying? You'll hit me for the artwork and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate that. Just looking at your discography, bro, that you've been putting out is definitely I like the way you work it and the way you market it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the good way that you approach just the industry itself in general. Is there collabs that we could look forward to hearing ANNIMEANZ with?
Yeah. Right now I'm more collabing on, like, I'm trying to like reach out to like artists that are still coming up.
Okay.
Opposed to like, you know, I'm real big on like. Okay, look, dog, I'm here for more of a legacy than finance, right?
Right.
Like, I may never get rich rapping, but I wanna be remembered for being a real MC, somebody that really made it pop. You know, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when I can't do it no more, they're gonna be like, that's Means, he a legend.
Yeah.
That's what I do it for. You feel me? I do it for the love of the game. I'm an MC. You feel me? So I can't fuck with motherfuckers that ain't doing it like that.
Exactly.
You know, I don't vibe out with rappers that get hot because they went and did 1 million songs with motherfuckers.
Right.
I don't do that. You know what I mean? I'd rather go out there and get it one by one, brick by brick.
Exactly.
So, you know, I look for different artists that's coming up. Maybe they ain't got to look. I go fuck with them. You know what I mean? If they dope and they popping, in my eyes, as far as the talent, let's do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Just recently, speaking of collabs, man, dope artists, Welby.
Yeah.
And you got Robs.
Yeah.
Welby out here from Vegas. And then Rob's from Cali. That's a dope get down right there on that single, bro. 10 Toes, bro.
Yeah.
Where can we expect that? When's that dropping?
I'm gonna put it out this week, and then me and Well, we all gonna do a video for it.
Okay. All right.
So we're trying to figure out if we're gonna do it in Vegas or in LA. Okay. Either way though, I want to do it. And then I got one with the Enochs.
Okay.
You know, I did something with them last night.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
I got one with Doughboy.
Okay.
He Latin Beats, they put his video out recently.
All right. Yep.
So yeah, I got one coming with him. Who else? Little Weirdo. I got something coming with Little Weirdo.
Little Weirdo's dope, man.
Yeah, you know, I got a couple little vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach out.
Summer 19. When's that popping?
That'll be out. We waiting for Smoke Major right now.
Okay.
So once he get in the studio, he lay his verse down. We done with it.
That's what's up. That's a group effort.
Yeah.
Right?
And that shit right there, that shit is a problem, bro.
Yeah.
I don't feel like no one's fucking with that. As far as the group effort's concerned,
right.
I'll play you some of the songs. You ain't even gotta believe me. You can just hear the shit.
Oh yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean? I'm very confident in what we could do over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the artists that I work with, I'm very confident in each one of them. So,
exactly.
You know,
man. It was definitely a pleasure, bro, sitting down with you. It's been a long time coming, my dog.
Yes, sir.
We've been working in a relationship for a long time. I do your design work. You hit me, super loyal, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that, bro, because you get a lot of. I've worked with tons of artists, bro, just from your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's very few counted artists that come back to me and stay on a solid foundation with me. You know what I'm saying? As a designer, you know what I'm saying? So as a designer to an artist, bro, I definitely respect that, bro.
Nah, yeah, the work is always quality. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. And you know, any new shows coming up anytime soon, or?
Yeah, I got. I'm on the Arizona Hip Hop Festival.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on that.
You linked up with John Blaze and them, huh?
I've been knowing John Blaze for a few years, man. I've been
radio.
going out there for a lot of years.
That's what's up.
I'm on that.
November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal got a show coming up. I wanna say they not this one, but another one in Reno.
Okay.
And I'm on that one too. So
okay.
You know, got a couple little shows coming up. I'm really trying to get on a tour. That's what I'm trying to do. I just haven't really found the one that's gonna really fit what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro? Well, shit, man. Just coming from me, bro. You know, I wish you nothing but the best, bro.
Yes, sir.
For the next 10, 15 years, bro. You definitely putting in that solid foundation.
OG Pamps TV.